Been to the radio with this so cold as a moonlight rose.
A$AP Rocky's been charged. Ooh. I'm not saying that this is funny, because I'm not laughing because it's funny. But the reaction from people is kind of funny. I got fam coming over soon, so I got to make this quick. They're trying to convict this man. And for all of you don't know, he was in Sweden, got ran up on, he was followed, he ran up on the dudes who were following him after constantly asking them to stop. They didn't stop. Eventually, they were confronted. He participated in their beating, and then he went to jail. Americans, of course, were shocked when this man went to jail because I don't know why they don't just know that, like, if you have video evidence of you attacking someone and they hadn't done that same amount of damage to you, why wouldn't you be in jail? I'm sure some guy who knows way more about law could make a case that those guys were harassing them, because following someone isn't a crime in most countries, I don't think. But if you continue to follow them, then it becomes harassment. And I'm not saying that I don't give a fuck about the situation, because A$AP Rocky's situation is bad right now, but I'm on the side with the other black folk. Like, what do you want me to do? I just keep seeing this thrown in my face. It's constantly being pushed, whether it's on Twitter, any other kind of social media I've got, it's there. Any kind of YouTube video I watch, it's there. Free Rocky all over the place. As if the Swedish government or the Swedish officials, whoever's in charge of the case, is looking at Twitter saying, oh, a bunch of Americans want this famous American out. What do you know? And I'm not trying to make light out of the situation. If I had to review this situation, I'd probably give it like a 2.5 out of 10. There were many people that were making the case that since A$AP Rocky was so dismissive and nonchalant in regards to Ferguson in that situation, that they should be just as nonchalant and dismissive of his situation. Now, I don't agree with that vindictive kind of get back at you logic, because I think if this situation happened to anyone, it's something that we should be like, oh, that's fucked up. But in all actuality, even though I think the reason behind those methods are off, the logic in it is completely justifiable, because what do you want me to do? The president of the United States is latched himself onto the Free Rocky movement, and I know he does not care. He had the audacity to say the Swedish government are the ones who let A$AP Rocky and African Americans down. Like we haven't been going through tyranny in the US since God knows when. Donald Trump vouching for A$AP Rocky is the same as Donald Trump vouching for the 1%. Okay, that's not, when he says Sweden let black people down, no, he let your 1% down. That's what they let down. A$AP Rocky, Kanye West, Kim Kardashian, even though I love what she's doing for those people that are wrongly incarcerated, I do like what she's doing. Those are the 1%. You're not going to see Donald Trump going ham for people that don't have any status in America. I know a lot of people are thinking, oh, this is a move to show that he cares for black people. No. Kanye West said this a long time ago. It's not about racism, it's about classism. If you got money and you got some status, you got some notoriety, people are gonna vouch for you even if they don't know you. I'm just saying, if the president couldn't do anything about this situation, what do you think a Twitter notification filled with Free Rocky and a picture of him doing some weird dance is gonna do? No, I don't want him to sit in there, but at this point, I'm running out of fucks to give. Donald Trump called them and they were like, nah, fam, get your bitch ass off the phone. He could have made A$AP Rocky's situation worse. Well, it's good to see A$AP Rocky still got a sense of humor by calling himself the pretty motherfucker, even in a situation like this. And I guess now people are bringing up this victim's record, like he has a history of assault. But the difference between the two is one is assault and one is aggravated assault. The difference between those two crimes, one is a bit more severe, one is a bit less severe because of the injuries that this victim sustained. And I saw the images of it and they were pretty severe. Looked like he was stabbed or shivved a couple times. It looked like he had gotten something broken. His finger looked like some ET shit. The idea here is they didn't need to go as far as they did, which made the crime that much more severe, which is why A$AP Rocky faces 2 years and the victim did a couple months or like 30 days for his assault and had to pay like a $500 fine. Now, some people also use this to make a case that Muslims are treated better in Sweden because they feel like those immigrants need to be protected more. I've also heard from a few people in Sweden that white people tend to get harsher sentences and harsher crime ratings because Sweden doesn't want the perception of themselves out there that they are in some ways mass incarcerating minorities. So maybe minorities get preferential treatment over there. That might be a thing. That doesn't negate the fact that A$AP Rocky didn't need to get involved in this situation from the get-go. Be a man and let your security handle it. That is what you fucking pay him for. Breaking news, I just saw a video from Blackie Speaks, and he says at the end of his video that he thinks there is a bias against A$AP Rocky. Now, while I do love everything that Blackie Speaks has to say about everything, I don't agree. I don't think the bias is against A$AP Rocky. I think the bias is for the quote-unquote victim here. Because if I'm to believe everything that I've heard recently about Sweden and how passive they are with their laws and actually convicting people, I would like to think that they would go way easier on minorities from their actual area. I believe they would go way easier on minorities that are immigrated there. So I think A$AP Rocky could have been anyone, and this guy would have gotten the exact same treatment. I do think they're making an example out of A$AP Rocky, but like I said, if you saw the screenshots of this guy's injury, what am I supposed to do? Constantly there's new news, new coverage, new images of the situation. It's like people are asking me to get involved. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? I know his situation is fucked up, but you cannot go to another country and do whatever you want. Why are we not discussing the lack of responsibility? To me, it's a clear case of classism. Like, why am I supposed to care so much more about A$AP Rocky's situation? I know he is who he is, and I know the situation sucks, but if this were any other person, we wouldn't even know about it. So while I'm not on the side of the other black folk that are saying, oh, we're not going to care about this situation because we can't relate, and I do disagree with people calling the situation ironic, because even if black folks could have related exactly to A$AP Rocky's situation, there's nothing that we could have done anyway. If the president of the United States of America, like I said in the last video I did about A$AP Rocky, couldn't do anything to fix the situation, what do you think we were supposed to do? Even if he had our support, what were we really gonna do? I don't like saying it like that, but he put himself in that situation. I have to be honest, he did. Rappers talking about boycott Sweden, like, bro, you're messing up your own bag because some guy went to another country ignorant of their laws and did whatever he wanted to do. Brought security with him only not to utilize it. I've run out of black guilt. I hope his situation improves, and I'm definitely here to talk about it more if it progresses into something that makes a little bit more sense, but as it stands, there's nothing anyone can do. And I'm not gonna keep feeling like weird about it, like this is the situation. That's why when people were comparing it to Freddie Gibbs, I love when Freddie Gibbs cut that off instantly. He said it's not the same at all. Don't make our situation similar. He says that's a messed up situation that he's in, but he didn't do anything remotely close to what A$AP Rocky did to be in his predicament. That's all I'm saying. People are making it seem like someone's just picking on A$AP Rocky. They just chose him out of the bunch of people that were there. No, he fucked some guy up. I'm sorry that the guy was following him, but he fucked him up badly. That's all I got to say. You can disagree or agree. That's fine. I'm gone. I'm about to go eat food. Bye.